Hey guys, welcome back to Paintastic Arts. My name is Prajakta, and in today's tutorial video we are going to learn this beautiful seascape painting. It's a very easy painting and you guys can make this in any medium. So let's get it started. So this is my desk for today and I have placed a stand and my palette. It's my new palette and I am going to show you guys what all colors, what all materials we need to make this painting. I am quickly going to place my blank canvas, a white blank canvas. You could use a stretched canvas or you could also do this painting on any kind of base. Let's move on to the colors. As I mentioned before, I am using acrylic colors, but you could also do this painting in oil colors, poster colors, watercolors, like any of the colors that you already have. I'm using this acrylic set by Camlin. And the first color that we take is white. Next one is black. We have sap green. Then we have cobalt blue. You could also take cerulean blue instead of cobalt blue. Then we have Prussian blue. So this shade is a darkish shade of blue. If not Prussian blue, you could take any dark shade of blue. Next one is a scarlet lake, which is a shade of red. And this one over here is Crimson Lake, which is a tone of pink. We take some yellow and some orange. So our palette is ready. And next up we are going to take a flat brush. I'll wet my brush a little bit before we move on to colors. So I'm going to take a bit of Prussian blue and some white and I'm going to mix it together to apply the first shade on our canvas. And now I'm going to apply this color on our canvas. So while you guys are painting background, you'll always need to remember that the brush strokes that you guys are putting on the canvas should be in one direction and not in too many directions. So here, as you can see, I am moving my brush horizontally. So if I start moving vertically in between putting these horizontal lines, I might not get a very smooth kind of a background. Always remember to move your brush in just one direction. And as we move below, we make the shade lighter. So now we are going to make another light color. For that we need red, white, yellow. Yellow is completely optional, and if in this you mix a little blue, you get a violet color which we would be requiring later on. You could also get this color simply by mixing Crimson Lake with white. But if you want to make it a little bit on a peach tone, you could mix yellow. And here we have our color absolutely ready. Let us put this color on our canvas. You can see the tone is really very pretty. And I'm going to cover all the middle portion in this color. So the bottom part, again, you have to color in a light blue color, which we made out of Prussian blue. You could also add a little bit of cobalt, but make sure it's well mixed in white. We move on to the next color, which is a yellow color, and I am taking a very thin flat brush. You could say a flat brush number 1 or flat brush number 2. And at the center, a slightly above center, we are going to make a sun. So sun we are going to make with the help of white and yellow. And just after doing some placement, I am putting the yellow color around it. So that's the marking for our sun, and we would make clouds around it. So clouds would be in the same peachy pink color and some yellow. and some white. Okay, we move on to some violet color. If you guys remember, I had already taught you guys how to make this color, but if in case you have a separate violet color, you could use that. I made a quick line with this violet color and the brush that I had already taken. And now I am straight away using Prussian blue and some black. I'm not going to use excess of color or excess of water, and I'm going to simply dab on to my canvas to give some far off trees like a texture. You could also do this with the help of a thin brush. So you make some fine lines and you simply dab on just besides these lines. So this is how you can show pine trees. We move on to adding some texture just below the sun, and I'm going to put some yellow lines. So these are going to be a very short lines, and as you move towards yourself, you are going to make sure that the lines are a little more wider than towards the sun. I am quickly going to add some dark shade of that pink color, some Prussian blue, and I'm going to add some shade just below the trees. It's going to be some lines. So I'm going to add a branch of trees and some leaves on the top part of my painting, since that's going to look really very pretty. And so I'm using this very thin brush, and I'm going to use black color and just sap green in order to make these leaves. So as you can see, I'm making some branches with the help of a thin brush, and I've just taken black. And with the same brush, I am going to add some leaves in sap green and in black. We move on to make our sun a little bit more brighter. And we add some yellow. I'm going to take some red and I'm going to add this to the background of our pine trees. Make sure you don't use excess of this color, and you check like by dabbing on to a piece of a cloth or a tissue before dabbing on to your painting. It's going to be very light. And now I'm taking some white color and I'm going to put that on our horizon once again. And I'm going to add some white lines on our seascape. So you could see like these are very fine lines. As you move towards yourself, these lines could be more scattered and a little bit more larger than what it is towards the sun. And once again, I'm adding some highlights in blue. And then we move on to adding these lines in other colors, which is this pink color, or you could say a darker shade of peach color. Alternatively, you could also use just crimson lake with a little bit of white. And we add that to the bottom and even on the top. And we keep on making fine lines in blue, white, pink. Towards the bottom of the painting, I am going to use a more of white, since that's how my waves are going to look. And now we are going to make some waves on one side of the painting. And for that, I'm going to use white and blue. Make sure that the lines are not too fine, but are thick and a little bit blurry. And once again, we put some yellow on the sun, since it got covered with pink and violet before. And now we would be needing some other colors. Taking this baking sheet over here so that my palette doesn't get spoiled. I would be needing some shades of brown, so I'm taking burnt umber. And I would be taking some black, some Prussian blue, titanium white, crimson lake, and some sap green once again to add a bit more of highlights and detailing. I'm going to take some brown color and some white color, and I'm going to put this on the one corner of our seascape. Make sure it's a little bit on a lighter tone. Some stones I'm going to make with the help of black and Prussian blue. We would add brown later on. So this is how you make while our sand color is still wet. We give more detailing to our leaves with the help of the sap color and the flat brush. It's a flat brush number 1. And you could give your painting more detailing with white, pink and blue color which are already there in the painting. Add some more waves and use a lot of white, blue and pink. We add some dots in white color so that the sun rays look well reflected in our water. Adding some more white and yellow. Let's give some more highlights here and there. Making sure our branches are a little bit more visible. So I'm using black color with the help of my flat brush, or you could take a thin brush. And it's done. So you could see how easy it was to make this beautiful seascape painting, and I hope you guys enjoyed making this painting along with me. If you guys have any queries, please put down in the comment section below. You could also reach out to me on my email address info@paintasticarts.com and follow my Instagram handle paintasticarts. And for more such videos, do subscribe to my channel and hit a like for this video. Thank you.